Hello! Back again, Victoria here, or A Maiden's Kiss, as you might know me better, with Titania. This is my new girl, and I realize I am like super far off, so let's center that. Much better. Give her part of the camera here. So I have Titania with me today, who will get her own bio video because she's really interesting, but today was kind of crummy outside, but it was bright enough that I was dying. D-Y-E-I-N-G. So Titania, I did her because she's a hybrid, and she's a Doll Chateau Oort, the old one, on a resin sole body. And what I was doing, I'll show you. I have kind of crappy light right now because it's late, but I was doing an ombre fade up her arm. Boop. So this is purple leading to like a really deep plummy black. So basically all I did was dump graphite into the purple, and the purple itself was really blue, and then I poured a little bit of pink in there. She's mine, and so I wasn't exact with the measurements and things. Normally I would be. She is a big work in progress right now. The parts that I just dyed are going to get spangled with stars, and like white, silver, and gold stars. Boop. And she needs like 17,000 more dresses. But she is a fae goddess. She is the Titania. It's a little bit different for everybody. And she has the same dye job or idea. Boop. Up her leg, which hopefully I have restrung correctly. She's like, this is so unladylike. I'm really excited by this because I've been staring at her in the white skin for a really long time, and it's just like not accurate. She has white everywhere. Obviously her skin tone is white otherwise, but I even dyed, I don't know if you can tell really easily, I even dyed, whoop, there goes her wig. No! Her neck, there, now you can see it. So her neck has the same fade. Her spine has crystal quartz embedded into it, and you can see a little bit here. I'm touching them. She's got like a design into her collarbones. She's like really strange. And I'll explain a lot more about her in her own video, but I just want to like hang on to her right now because I just finished dyeing her and putting her back together, and since she is the goddess of the fae, I'm just like feeling really attached to her right now. She's starting to really feel complete, which is only before I was getting like flashes of it when I would dress her. So she's heavy as hell though. The resin sole body is not light. And she's getting all tangled up in herself, her feet. But she's like definitely behaving more. You can see her wig a little bit through here. It's like oil slick colors. I'll do like a full video bio. Sneak peek. When it's all brushed out and not covered by the lace, it's like brushed out into a fro, which initially started as I was just brushing the mohair out, but I really like how that looked, so I just kept it. But I wanted to do another like introduction video because I felt like the prompts, while they were good, didn't really give me or give you guys like a good feel for like who I am as like a collector, as an artist. So I thought for my first actual like wine and dolls, I'm going to do that. I'm just going to talk about myself and about how I work and things like that. I'm drinking Apothic Dark. If anyone likes reds and they're not into like super tanniny dry reds, this is a really good choice. It's super yummy. It's a little dry, but not overly. I can't stand Merlots, and this is like it's like a red blend. And it's a really pretty color. If you want me to talk a little bit more about the wine, I'm happy to. I love wine and drinks, so I think I have pretty good taste. Okay. So I got into the hobby in 2006. A friend of mine from college, a mutual friend, got a Doll Zone boy and used to bring him over, you know, visit in the dorms and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. I used to love collecting dolls as a kid. I did take the heads off my Barbies, but, you know, I'm well adjusted. So I was like kind of hooked, and I researched a bit, and at that point I really wanted a Lutz leash, the big one. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a Mini Fae leash instead. But I never really liked the Mini Fae version, even the CP one, as much as the big version, which I still don't own. Actually, I suppose that would be like one of my ultimate grails, is to get an original Beauty Green, by this point, CP leash on the old body, like the original single jointed, that's fine, everything, single torso, everything. I actually had a dream about her. Her name is Devin. She's an alien, so the Beauty Green's not an issue. I'm actually like, in the dream I had done the Faceup and I had made it like work. Camera. I had made it work with the skin color that it had become, with the resin color. She has light blue hair, she has purple and blue eyes. Yeah, I had a dream I was carrying around a doll con, so in my dream I must have gone to Doll North or a different con or something, and I had her and I owned her and she was mine, and so eventually I'm hoping that dream comes true. We'll see. But I never did get her. I got a Kid Elf Ani instead, and I was super happy with her. For like 2 years. And in the meantime, after, you know, during that time, I got a Blue Fairy boy, and I got a Doll Zone girl, which started my love affair with Doll Zone. I eventually sold the Doll Zone girl. I eventually reshelled Zoe in 2009, which was a terrible year life-wise, but a good year doll-wise, I guess. I really liked the Mini Fae Miu. I have these, so she's on an original A-line, not the renewal. I really miss the simplicity of the hobby sometimes. Like, when I first started, I felt really overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, but DOA was, like, new at the time, or newer. People didn't seem as shitty as they do now. I think with, like, social media and the advances in technology and, even the advances in resin technology with, like, sculpting and different jointing and things like that, people have become, like, some people have become really terrible. And I find that the hobby is not as simple as it used to be. And so if I were to, like, explain dolls to somebody who wanted to get into the hobby but wasn't sure where to start, I don't even know if I'd still point them to Den of Angels, because, like, I find that people are using Facebook a lot more now, or Instagram, for sales and for info and for pictures. I mean, even Flickr is not the, like, catch-all that it used to be. I often forget to upload a lot of my pictures on Flickr so I can, like, essentially back them up, and get my phone free of photos, because I take so many progress pictures for people and for myself. I just, it's not where it used to be. I really it's really interesting to see how things have changed. Maybe I should do a video like how the BJD world has changed in 10 years. 12 years actually, but at least a decade is a nice even, not that 12's not an even number, but there's not, it's not like a decade word for 12. So, I do still have my second BJD. So he's 11 years old now, and he is yellowed fantastically. He's really just like pinked up or become peachy. He's a Blue Fairy boy, Blue Fairy Kyle, and I adore him. I really do. There's a reason I've never been able to like really get rid of him. I like let a friend buy him for like a month before I had to buy him back, and was like, no, 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 no. And it wasn't because I didn't want him anymore. It was because I just needed the money. At the time, so it was easier. She just like took him off my hands for a little bit, and then I bought him back. I love Blue Fairy, by the way. They're like, I think if I had to choose a company to own all the dolls from, it would be Blue Fairy, which is weird since I only have one. And I have a lot of Fairyland and a lot of like Doll Zones, a lot of Doll Chateau, and those are also great companies, though, and some of my favorites, though not the place I'd go to want everything. I adore Doll Chateau and I adore Doll Zone, but I don't want everything they make. I literally want every Blue Fairy, Tiny Fairy, and the big ones now. And I even like their Yos. They're really cute. Everything is like kind of like little kiddish and babyish, and I don't know why I like it so much, but I do like that people have taken those sculpts and made them really versatile, and like with custom face-ups and custom wigs and custom clothing. They've really made like sculpts that are a little bit more babyish, made them more mature looking. Like my guy's supposed to be like 20 something, and I don't think he looks like a 6-year-old at all. But he's on his original single jointed body, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. They make like a double or triple joint body now, and I just like, I don't even care. They also changed their ordering period. Their ordering styles to periods now instead of just all the time available, which a lot of companies I've been finding are doing. It's interesting. But okay, so got Zoe, redid Zoe, got a bunch of other guys in the middle. I've sold a few dolls. I've kept most of them. I've hit a point in the hobby where I don't collect things unless I'm planning on keeping them. So I'm like a really choosy buyer. I think once I'm done and I stop getting extra random things in the meantime, but if I stuck to my list, I'd probably have almost 50 dolls, which seems like a really huge number to me, and I might think about paring that down because I, one, don't have time to take care of that many things, and I really dislike sometimes how little time I have to take care of my own stuff. I really enjoy doing face-ups. I really enjoy the commission work. I really enjoy working with people and providing that service. And it's always new, and it's always interesting, and it's always practice, and I really love that. It keeps me on my toes. But I do sometimes hate that I don't have time for my own stuff. I try to sneak things in occasionally. Like if I'm doing one thing all the same as something I need, I'll just do it at the same time. Like if I needed to dye anything purple today, I would have. I dyed a lace dress that I'm in the middle of working on. I actually dipped it in the purple just to give it a little ombre fade. So there's that. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I think that I'd have like a medium-sized collection, I guess. That would be like $50. I totally lost my train of thought with where I was going with all that. That's this. This is my second glass for today. So I'm a little like, plus the dye fumes. Though the Rit Synthetic is not as bad as the iDye Poly. The iDye Poly with that intensifier, the little packet that comes in there, that stuff is strong. I don't find that the Rit Synthetic makes that scent as bad. It doesn't have an intensifier, though the purple was really bright. I didn't expect that. I'm actually curious to see what the straight purple looks like. I have to dye a friend's doll pink, so I'll be doing that soon, and I'm sure y'all see pictures. So I'm really curious to see what the Rit pink straight looks like, because I've only used it in tandem with other things. I think for me that many dolls is too many. I know a lot of people that like would disagree, but like I really do think that if it becomes a point where you can't take care of everything, that's an issue. So like if a dozen SDs is too much for you, then only have like, just have less than that. But if like 20 minifigs is easy, good on you. Go for it. It's all different, it's all personal. She is heavy and my wrist is killing me. How can we make this better? She's like, this is the thing, it's like, I don't need children because this is like a tiny baby. Is that better? Oh, look, you can see like the tongues in the background down there. That's a commission. Actually it's done and I need to wrap them up so I can move on to the teeth. And I realized saying that it sounds really funny. I've had like, the last few commissions I've had have been all open mouths with like tongues everywhere, which is really interesting to me. Is that people get like the same ideas at the same time to like send me things. Sometimes it's all sleepy heads, sometimes it's all tongue sticking out. That being said, now I want a Doll Chateau Irma. Thanks, Josh. I'm gonna have a whole family of open-mouthed, tongues lolling out dolls. For no reason other than that. Like, I just want it. And the worst part is I already wanted an iOS Infernal. So now, like, now that's a thing, and if I ever freaking have enough money to do it, I'm gonna do it. Because I think that would be great. Anyway, wow, it's already 17 minutes? Oh my god, I haven't even talked about anything. Kudos for anyone who's still watching me. 20 minutes isn't even enough time to get through a glass of wine. And I swore I was going to keep this shorter. Anyway, I recently got a USD, which is like my reintroduction to that size, and I gotta say, I'm like totally smitten. And she's really cute, and she has no set personality or story or anything. She just kind of exists, which means I can do whatever I want with her. Though slowly I'm learning what she likes and doesn't like, so that's, you know, it's good. She's got a name, that's it, that's Jasper, she's got a name. And she's like a space kitten, like, something, maybe? I don't know. She had fangs and I was gonna like sand those things right off, and then I didn't. I decided that once I got her in person that she was too cute to take them off, and so now she's like kind of a cat instead of a vampire, but she doesn't have any ears, so I don't know. Wow, it's one of those things. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with where my collection is right now. I need a lot of bodies. I just counted. I do have 9 floating heads. I think that's, yeah, 9. Not including the 2 that, so I have 11 because I have 2 coming in. One is her, like, love interest, which is nice. That'll be good. And if I could afford it, Granado's having a sale, and I really wanted to take advantage of that and get the bigger body, but whatever. C'est la vie. I'm excited to see what this year brings. I'm excited to see what kind of commissions I'm going to get this year coming up. I already have a few things that are, like, waiting, that are in line. Some people need to order the doll. Some people are still saving up. I'm really excited to work on, I forget her real name, and I don't want to say it on YouTube anyway, but she's got a centaur boy, and he's like covered in gemstones, and he's a dragon, and he's really cool, and, not a dragon, centaur, words, anyway, he's really cool, and he's got like crystals like embedded down his back, and he's like, she posted the concepts for him, and I was just like, please let me do this. And I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about the unicorn girl that I'm making out of a sunyo that's coming up. That's the one that's going to be pink. I love working with real crystals when I can, and real stones and real materials when I can incorporate them into the face-ups, into the bodywork, etc. I'm like super big on as authentic as possible, as long as it's like in scale and it can work. I don't see why not. I did assume Moar for a friend of mine, and he just came out so stellar. What a pain to restring those soon, guys. But he was just lovely. My phone is flashing at me, so I guess that means my time is up. I hope everybody enjoyed this, and I'll do another one like with more information another time.